Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a really long time, and I know a lot of you guys have a lot of questions about my health and where I went and how I was disappeared for so long and what has been going on with my cancer. But that is for another time. In the meantime, this is for your Gemini reading regarding your love life with the person you're dealing with or who is on your mind. For those of you guys who don't know, I used to be on YouTube a long time ago. I had a lot of tower moments. I got off. I'm a professional tarot reader in my full-time life. I've been doing tarot for almost 17 years now. What else am I going through? Oh yeah, so we remember, guys, I already shuffle and premeditate ahead of time on the cards to save you guys all that time. Sage them, all that good stuff. The roles can always be reversed, so don't get hooked up on the energy. Again, this is an energy read. It very well could be, but for generally I'm reading from your sign, Gemini. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What else am I... Oh, and guys, I know most of you guys know this, but it's not going to resonate with every single one of you every single time. Some of you guys need to know that. So we are going to get into it. So we pull cards. I like to pull clarifiers. We go over them. We're going to look at their energy, your energy, the mutual situation that you guys are either already already going through or going to be, how they feel about you, how they think about you and their relationship, the possible outcome for as of right now. We're going to pull some advice, and then we're going to take a preview of what you need to know, like a warning or a blessing, or what's coming towards you regarding this connection with this person anywhere from now to the next 3 months, okay? So let's get into it. Glad to be back, guys. Glad to be back. I will address, like, everything in my absence and the health issues, because I know a lot of you guys were wondering, but in another video at another time. Okay. So, Gemini, your person for the remaining month of May going into June is the Four of Swords. So we're going to clarify. Shuffle. The Justice card upright with Three of Wands. We have Libra energy here. So I feel like your person right now is taking a break. I think they just need a break from this, from not necessarily you, but the connection with you. At least this is how they're feeling. So if you guys are still somehow dealing with each other or talking or still dating, I feel like that this person is definitely headed towards a break. At least if they're starting to be emotionally distanced, you're going to be seeing that, okay? Because mentally they're retreating, at least internally, if they're not doing it yet physically. I think this person is really trying to figure out what they really want in life. I think that they're trying to figure out... if this, I don't have another way of saying it, if this is what they really want, if this connection is what they really want. I think that this person before you had plans, had goals, had a vision of what their life would be like. I don't think it's exactly turning out that way. And I think so part of them feels like, it might not have anything to do with you, but a part of them might feel like, a relationship is right now, or the emotional burdens that come with it, the fighting, the restrictions, we all know that life single is very different than life in a relationship. Some people can have very healthy relationships where it doesn't feel like that as much, but there's other people who really struggle with the boundaries, and this person could be really struggling with the life that they were building without you, before you, and now the life that they had or have with you. And I think that they're in this middle of limbo of, am I going to get what I deserve by going through life? I feel like that this person feels like they're entitled to a certain kind of lifestyle or a certain kind of being, or, and it's almost wondering like, well, I was working for it, I was working towards it, and then, I got caught up in this relationship, and it's doing something to me right now, and I kind of need to step back. you know, regardless of whatever that is, whether you guys fight a lot or this or that. I feel like your person is just like kind of taking a step back. Your energy right now is the Seven of Swords. So let's see what this is about. Four swords. Three more. Sorry if you guys see the smoke, it's my incense going. The Empress in reverse, we got Virgo energy here, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. So, Gemini. Also, Eight of Cups on the bottom. It's funny, because every time I read for Geminis, I don't know if it's just because of the Geminis I know, or because I've studied astrology and I just know Geminis really well. Because there's two people inside of a Gemini, right? And as you as a Gemini, or if you're cross-watching for a Gemini, must know at least that much about a Gemini, is that they're very yin and yang. They're very left and right, up and down, you know, side to side, good and bad. And there's two identities inside of a Gemini. And I feel like I'm always picking up on that kind of sneaky Gemini side. The one who, you know, does things that other people wouldn't like, but in a Gemini's mind, they might not be actually looking at it from that point of view. They might be looking at it, well, I'm not really doing anything wrong. I'm just making sure that I'm doing what's best for me, or I'm serving myself right now. Or, you know, I deserve my happiness and I'm allowed to do it this, and this way. You know what I mean? Sometimes a Gemini can step on people's toes and not even acknowledge that they're doing that, because in their mind it's justified, because they're allowed to do what's best for them. So they're like, well, I deserve to respect myself. I have to do it, or no one's going to do it. I'm allowed to take these risks. I'm allowed to take these adventures. This is my life, you know. And because of that, Gemini can be a little sneaky when dealing with people sometimes. And I feel like right now, Gemini, you are being very sneaky about something. Seven of Swords can mean someone's either trying to get away with something, something got lost that they're trying to retrieve, or they're hiding something, right? Here we have the Empress in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is telling me, Gemini, that you are not exactly happy. You're not exactly fulfilled. Regardless, I don't know if that's with this person, or I don't know if it's because of this person that you're feeling like that. So, example, if you're the Gemini that split up with someone that broke your heart, then I feel like if you're trying to move on, you're trying to show the world that, and even yourself, that you're kind of happier off right now than you actually really are. Like, down deep internally, you feel like something's missing. If this is a completely new person you're dealing with, you're not being completely honest about past baggages, who you were honestly in a past relationship, maybe some bad karma you've done, maybe some things you've done that you're not so proud of. Maybe you pretend you're completely over someone to the new person, but you're not. You're still pinning over people from your past. Maybe you are presenting yourself in a life that is much more put together than you actually are. Like, on the outside, you're trying to look like you've got it all figured out, and inside you're kind of crumbling, right? And I don't feel like you're being completely honest about that. I feel like you're kind of not being completely true of acknowledging of what you've lost, maybe to this new person, or if this is a person that kind of broke your heart, you might be trying to pretend like it's okay, or you're not as affected as much, or you are aware that you're affected, but you're not really allowing other people to know how much you're affected. Okay, it's one of those. I can only pick up the energy. I can't I know it's got to be at least one of those situations, because that's what it feels like here. It feels like that you have lost something that was very nurturing in your life, whether that was your own identity, your own self. And it's kind of like with the Nine of Cups in reverse here, it is a be careful what you wish for. I feel like you might have made choices that you thought would bring you better happiness. Like I was talking about that Gemini, how they might, kind of, do stuff for their own benefit, but sometimes it doesn't always work out like that, right? Because one side of the Gemini is like, oh no, do this, it's so great. And the other side of the Gemini is like, come on, we know the consequences. It's not what it appears. It might not be that great. Don't do it. You're making a mistake. Like there's like a warning, like, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Should I be doing this? Am I going to regret this? And then the other side's like, take risks, do it anyway. It's fine. You have one life to live. You'll never know if you don't try it, and it's like there was something here that was done and you're struggling with it. It's very possible you called it off with someone, or you're not handling a relationship the way you want to be handling it. Maybe you're not being your best self. All I know is that the mutual situation between you guys that's going to be going on right now is the Emperor in reverse. So we have Aries energy here. There is a lot of words that come to mind. Without clarifying it, though, Emperor in reverse could be anything. It could mean an abusive relationship. It could mean someone is over-domineering. It could mean that someone's controlling, too, clingy on this relationship. It could mean sexual violence, sexual harassment, someone approaching a relationship in the wrong way. Do you see what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is, which we're going to clarify to get more detail, but it doesn't sound good. I'm going to assume that whatever this Emperor energy here is the reason why this person feels like they need a break, or they're starting to emotionally distance from the relationship if they haven't already. They're either taking a break, or they're starting to emotionally withdraw, or they're literally going to tell you, like, I need to step away, I need a break, I need a breather from this relationship. So either they're going to physically do it if they haven't already, or they're already stuck in their head about it. It very well could be because of this. Now, this Emperor in reverse, this is mutual, so it doesn't have to be you, Gemini. It could be them. It could be what you guys are experiencing together. You're going to know how that fits. Tell me more about this Emperor in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Eeks. Bottom of the deck. Okay, so clarified by the Nine of Wands in reverse and the King of Wands upright. With the Knight of Cups in the bottom. So I feel like here, a lot of times too, Emperor in reverse could be like a lack of courage. Someone not really doing what they should be doing because they don't have the courage to do that. Whether it's to say sorry, or to make amends, or to handle a situation more head on, do what they need to do. But what I'm sensing here is that somebody here, one person, I don't know if it's you or them, one person is very passionate about this relationship. One person wants this to work. One person at least wants, it's not even so much as the relationship to work as it is their own investments. Someone here is thinking, well, I've already wasted my time on you, so this better work. Or I've already invested into this, and I want what I paid for. I want what I came for. I want the wedding. I want the house. I want this, and I need this to work. I need this to work because I want it to work. Someone is very passionate about this connection in that way, where a King of Wands is an energy of a person who takes what they want when they want. They can be very loyal, but they can also be very big cheaters too. Do you see what I'm saying? They can be both sides of the coin, because it really all depends on what a King of Wands wants. Whatever they want, they go for. So if they want to be a loyal, committed partner, then that's what they will be. If they all of a sudden decide that they want to go chase horses in a field, that's what they will do. And they will do it with a lot of power and conviction and, passion. They're fiery and they're the kings, so they're the most mature of that. With here, the Emperor in reverse, it's like somebody wants to be the King of Wands, but the situation is turning into the Emperor in reverse. Somebody here probably is most likely domineering of this relationship. Maybe they want it their way. They're not considering how the other person feels. They're not considering what they've done. They're not considering their actions. They are just looking at it from their point of view and their point of view only, which on the other side of the coin will make someone feel like they're not being heard. This relationship could be controlling, things like that. Again, King of Wands, passion. Because Emperor in reverse is a card of sexual harassment or sexual violence or approaching a relationship more about sex. Somebody here could be doing that. Somebody here could be making this relationship so much about sex. Like, if you're trying to get a new person to like you, you might be thinking sex is the way to go by constantly giving yourself up, or by constantly trying to have sex with them, or constantly flattering them, or focusing on their looks or their body or their beauty. And you might actually be pushing them away because they might be feeling like that's really all that this is, or feeling like that's all that they're worth to you. And this person with the Nine of Wands here in reverse, again, I don't know if this is you or them. Somebody here is feeling like they don't know if they can actually trust you or this situation, or you feel like you can't trust them in this situation. A lot of times this combination would tell me if like exes are sleeping together or something like that. Or if it's a newer relationship, somebody trying to use sex to get a relationship to be more than what it is. Like, oh, if we just keep sleeping together, we'll be magical together. It's like somebody is obsessed with wanting this to work, and they're going about it the wrong way. They're approaching this relationship very arrogantly. And if this is an ex situation, or if this is a past situation, that is exactly also how this could be handled. Maybe an ex is hitting you up for booty calls, or maybe there's constant cheating or infidelity. Like, maybe someone here has a new partner and the other person's single, and you guys, someone keeps contacting each other, or regardless, there is, someone here, because of this situation, somebody here could be feeling very sexually rejected. Maybe they're not good enough, or like, why isn't their sex charm making this work? Or, someone here is very ignorant to what they're doing wrong. That's all I can tell you. Somebody here is trying to control the outcome of this relationship without even realizing that they're trying to force something too soon, whether that's healing, whether that's, starting something new. It doesn't matter. And it's making another person kind of retreat or needing a break. I think that they're trying to, in their mind, like I said, if you go back to the beginning of this video, how they're feeling right now. But how they actually feel about you. So we have the Nine of Pentacles here. This is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, okay? We're going to clarify before I say anything. I was going to say something, but I'm like, no. Two more shuffles. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the Queen of Swords upright. So Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy here. I feel like they do feel like you are a reliable. The Knight of Pentacles, let me just tell you, is not exactly a romantic card, but there are some good qualities behind it. I do feel, they do feel like you are someone that they could depend on, that you have shown signs of being reliable or being there for them. Maybe in the past, or if this is a newer relationship, you show up, you come, you do what you say you're going to do. They feel like if they wanted to make this work, it could probably have a very stable relationship. But that's where that would lie with this, stable. Knight of Pentacles, usually when somebody feels that way about you, they kind of feel like the relationship is either boring them or too stagnant. It's already lost its spark before there was a flame, okay? It's like the fire you can't ever start at the campsite in the rain, It's like, oh, you think you see a spark and then nothing. No flame, no itty bitty, very stagnant. This isn't going anywhere. Here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Queen of Swords, which we all know Queen of Swords is like kind of like the Ice Queen. Feels like somebody here almost doesn't even want to try this anymore or give it a chance anymore, okay? Because with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Queen of Swords is thoughts, it's intellect, it's communication, right? So if we put this all together, this is telling me that somebody is already thinking and assuming that this really isn't going to go anywhere. This isn't it for them. This isn't that exciting. Or maybe if you guys have already had a really deep connection, and this has already been going, like say this is not a newer person or someone you dealt with for a short period of time. Maybe this was a longer, deep connection. Then in that situation, this person, you guys have gone flat. Like a can of pop that has been left open too long. And this person doesn't actually see their heart is guarded, okay? They don't actually see this happening again, or they don't see this turning itself around for the better. The spark has gone out the window, the love, the passion. I feel like if it was someone you dated for a very short period of time, maybe 3 months or less, or if this is a newer connection, I feel like that this is somebody who just doesn't have the spark there for this particular connection. Maybe it could have to do with maybe you're giving off mixed signals about things you're not being honest about. Maybe they're weary, they're on guard, maybe they have trust issues from their past relationship. I don't know if this is a new person. Sometimes it's just not a mutual connection, okay? And I feel like that this person doesn't actually see longevity with you. Now, how they feel and think about you is the Nine of Wands, or how they think about you and your connection. So let's clarify. Two more shuffles. Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Cups upright. Bottom of the deck, Devil in reverse. I'm sorry. I've been dying to get this sipping. I feel like that this person feels like this relationship, it's like kind of like when love is supposed to be easy. It doesn't feel like that to this person. This connection feels like love is too hard. This relationship, love in general right now is hard for this person, okay? But I feel like they feel like love shouldn't have to be this hard. It shouldn't have to be this hard to have a connection with you. Also, I'm a little weary with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse there next to the Ten of Cups. It almost makes me wonder if this person, not to say that they're materialistic per se, But it kind of makes me wonder two things. Either they are very skeptical about you being able to provide them the life that they actually want. Because, like I said, if we go back to chapter 1, where I was talking about their energy, they are in this whole what life they really wanted before they even met you, and where they're on track with that in their life. They're kind of going through like this North Node fate, midlife, like, okay, where am I at? Where do I want to be? Am I on the right track? I feel like they're kind of going through that stage in their life right now. And I think it has to do with everything: their relationships, their finances, their goals, their home, how they live, everything, right? How much they've built so far by the time they're this in this age, what they've lost, all of it. And I feel like a part of them is wondering, like, if you guys can even either rebuild a solid foundation that you guys have already had, or if this is a newer person, if you are even capable of providing them that for them, or if that is the road they really want to go down with you. When you start to date someone new, you're allowed to kind of be picky, right? Before you really invest, you're allowed to look at someone and be like, I don't know if long term this will really do it for me, because I know I wanted this and this and this kind of life, and I know they can't give it to me. So I don't know if I should continue to pursue someone. This person is already feeling like it's kind of stagnant. They're already not having that love feelings. They're already kind of feeling like this love might be actually too hard to maintain or get off the ground, or to restart again. If this is like, I'm talking as if you're either dating someone new or short term, or if you've already split with someone very long term, okay? Because these energies could go for both situations. So I don't know which one you are. That's up to you to decide. And if it doesn't resonate, it's not your story. Not this time. But generally, I do feel like that this person wants, they want the 10 of Cups. I think they want the 10 of Cups. I just don't think they can have it with you. I think they really feel like it would be too much work to try to have that kind of life with you, and they don't even know if it would be successful. And I don't think that I think this person is considering right now, they're on the fence of trying to make it work or not. I think they're considering everything it would take. I don't know if they want to be up for it, though. I also think that for some reason this person doesn't fully trust you for whatever reason. They are on guard, I can tell you, when it comes to you and your word. Maybe it's the way you walk, you talk, you present yourself. Maybe they just have a bad history with Geminis. Maybe it was something else that was said or done in the beginning that just pinged off a couple red flags. Or maybe you guys have a long history and they have good reasons to feel that way. I don't know. But something about this person doesn't fully trust this connection. The outcome for right now between you guys is we have the Hermit. So this is a mutual outcome. It could be you, it could be them, but this is basically what you guys will be going through, and it's not the permanent outcome for you guys as a couple, okay? It's just as of right now in this situation. That's how I read. I'm not going to say that the final outcome, like, how do I know in 5 years if you guys are going to make up? Free will can do a lot. Destiny can change a lot, I'm reading the energies as of right now, so I read the outcome for this situation right now. Probably when I read the outcomes, they're probably the outcome for the next month, maybe 2, possibly 3 at most. From my clients, I see usually the outcomes, I would say, usually happen within a few weeks after the reading. So I don't, because by then I give new readings, I have different outcomes, different things were made that changed, advices were taken, things altered. Tell me more about this Hermit. Ace of Swords in reverse with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is telling me One, I think you guys are definitely going to be splitting up if you haven't already. Or at least you guys are going to be agreeing to take a break or a cool down from each other, because a lot of introspection is going to be going on here. It's possibly going to bring up feelings of depression. If you're already way split up with someone, you're going to be going through what I like to call a relapse again, where you thought you were getting over them, you thought you were feeling good, and then you just all of a sudden have a bad day, maybe two, maybe an entire bad week, where all of a sudden all these bad feelings about this relationship just vomit back up again. But there's going to be some introspective here. There's going to be going within, trying to figure out how to not be so codependent on another person or on another relationship, because that might be the issue here. I mean, let's read this like a book. Chapter 1. They need to retreat. For whatever reason, they might feel like this relationship is smothering. Maybe there's too much emotional baggage. Maybe they've gotten red flags from you. You're kind of hiding something or trying to get away with something. Only you're going to know what that is. That might not mean you're a bad person or you're betraying someone. Maybe you're just not, disclosing a part of yourself. Or maybe you haven't fully healed from traumas and you don't realize how you're projecting that. Okay. All we know is in chapter 3, the reason why this is happening, or what you guys are currently going through, is because there's some kind of domineering, possibly possessiveness, possibly, lack of control of emotions here. Somebody is actively, passively, maybe even aggressively trying to pursue something or have something happen the way they want it to. And it's almost like the other person can feel it. They're like, whoa, okay. Boundaries, space. I need air and time to think too. I need my own choice in this. I will also would like to feel this, and this way. This person feels like this relationship at this point could be a really hard work. They don't know if you guys are compatible. They don't, know at this point. If you guys are going to be able to fulfill what each other want in this life. You guys might not be going down each other's same paths, and for some reason, I feel like that this person has picked up red flags about you. Regardless, maybe there's nothing wrong and they have issues of their own. So maybe they're seeing red flags that aren't there, or maybe you have accidentally done some things that might have caused some red flags. So, coming to that, it's going to be like, man, why aren't my relationships working out? We come to the outcome, introspect. Maybe somebody here isn't being fully honest about their codependency on relationships. Okay? Maybe someone here isn't honest about their finances. Maybe somebody is just not actually where they want to be in life. So say we enter a relationship and the first 2-3 months, great, right? And then the newness and the honeymoon phase starts wearing off and we start thinking, or even if you're in a long-term relationship, you've been with someone for the first year or two, and all of a sudden you're deeply invested, but you've got the relationship down pat. Now other reality starts setting in and you start thinking, I want this better house. I want this better life. I want to be able to afford the vacations I want. I want this. I want that. And then you start remembering how you've been so focused and consumed in your love life that you haven't really focused on your financial gain. You haven't really focused on all those goals that you wanted to focus on. You start losing yourself. You start getting depressed. People then blame the relationship. It's nothing to do with the relationship. It has to do with your codependency on the relationship. Now, this could be messages for some Gemini, or maybe this is the Crosswatchers message. I don't know, but somebody needs to hear it. And then people are like, oh, it's this relationship. I'm depressed in this relationship. And it's like, no, it's your ability to be able to multitask, having a relationship and being able to focus on your goals at the same time. And if you don't know how to do that, you have codependency issues. You're depending too much on somebody else to do the work for you and to make you happy. And when you don't have the house of your dreams and you're not where you want to be in your life, people sometimes, not all, but some people blame their partner. It's nothing to do with their partner. Has to do with what you brought to the table. What's on your plate? I brought dinner rolls. Did you bring the mashed potatoes? I brought chicken. Where's the corn? You know, you can't expect your partner to bring the whole plate to the table. And Gemini, if your partner is the one that's expecting that from you, you know, that could be why you guys are drifting apart. Maybe they're just expecting too much from you without putting any mashed potatoes on the plate themselves, you know? Or maybe they bring mashed potatoes, but you bring the pie, the cornbread, the pasta salad, the burgers, the hot dogs, and all they've got is cornbread, and they're like, you couldn't get me more, and you're like, well, I brought all this to the table, you know? It very well could be that, like that. But regardless, somebody here has maybe a little bit too much. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse could very well be codependency. What I don't like is that it also could mean that somebody is like a straight gold digger. Somebody could be in this relationship or dating relationships, having relationships with the wrong people because they're dating for the wrong reasons. They are dating because they look at someone and go, cha-ching, cha-ching. They dress the way I like them to dress. They're going to make me look good. They're going to be a trophy husband or a trophy wife. Or, you know, maybe they own a home and you're like, man, everyone I've dated has rented apartments. This person owns a home. They're going to make me look so good. They're going to get me the life that I want, you know. And I want to say this on a side note. For anybody that needs to hear this, cross-watchers, Geminis, or if you know someone who needs to hear this. Funny story. I know this man who dates women that buy expensive houses. And he always liked to put down his ex. He always liked to be like, oh, you can't measure up. You can't measure up. She owns a home, you know. Meanwhile, his ex was saving a buttload of money, right? He didn't realize by dating these women, he wasn't getting a $300,000 house. No, what he was getting was a very expensive mortgage payment and a woman that was $300,000 in debt for a house he didn't sign up to buy. Things are not always how they appear. Some people don't look at situations from the reality. Meanwhile, his ex can afford to go on trips, has enough money in the bank account to just buy a $300,000 house, and can decide and take her time to decide where she wants to live, whether she wants to live on a beach or this or that. But he was looking at assets. He was judging a book by its cover. And people like that represent the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody who dates for the wrong reasons. You know? This guy's got muscles, so I'm going to date him because my last boyfriend was fat. Things like that. There's an energy here where somebody is introspecting about that, okay? That is what you're going to be going. I didn't mean to keep going on about that, but that is like the energy that you or the person is going to be dealing with. Like, who am I really? What am I really doing? You know, cutting the truth. There's like some kind of denial here with the Ace of Swords in reverse. But it tells me with the Hermit, I feel like somebody might be going in and realizing their relationship with relationships is because they're dating people they know really aren't suitable for them. And they're dating them for the wrong reasons. Or it's a codependency thing. They just need to have a relationship at all times. So they're dating people they know they're not even compatible with because they just need to date someone. And someone always gets hurt like that. Anyway, we've got to hurry up. I'm going to run out of time. Let's pull advice and see what's going on with you. Anywhere from now to the next 3 months, please. 2 shuffles. Okay. Your advice is the Queen of Wands. We have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. the Star, Aquarius energy, and the Fool in reverse. So your advice is to exactly what this entire reading's been about, Gemini, regardless of whose side it was on. Your advice is to find out what you're passionate about. Again, is to find out what you really wanted in life. You know, maybe you're kind of forgetting the life that you wanted. Maybe you're letting love take over too much of your life. Maybe you're forgetting the activities you wanted to try, the sports you wanted to try, the skills, the hobbies. Maybe there were side things you wanted to pick up. Maybe you had a vision of the house that you wanted to live in, and now you're just taking whatever life is offering you. You are forgetting the life that you wanted before this person. And your advice is to, and I think it's because a part of you started to kind of lose hope away. Like, you kind of tossed hope out the window and decided you maybe need to be just more mundane about your reality and accept things for what they are. But the universe is saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Because the moment you do accept where you are in life, that is the moment where that is the life you end up with. And if that is not the life that you wanted, then you need to keep remembering the life that you wanted. Remember the job you wanted. Remember the life, the house that you wanted. Remember the kind of love you wanted. Remember who you wanted to be, what you wanted out of life. And you need to have not just the hope, but the confidence and the passion. And if you don't start making moves or start doing something for that kind of life, well, you're just wasting more time. You need to be the fool that takes the risk. This is the risk that you take. You don't risk everything to settle. You risk everything for more, right? For that passionate love, for that passionate life. That's what you risk everything for. You don't throw that out for this, for a plate of potatoes. You risk it all for that Thanksgiving dinner, okay? So that is your advice. Now, what is coming up towards you anywhere from now to the next 3 months? Could be 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, the whole 3 months. We have 7 of Pentacles in reverse, so let's clarify this. The Hermit in the reverse and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, basically anywhere from now to the next 3 months. But the Knight of Cups is upright on the bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy. This is basically telling me that things that you were putting in motion today or last month, plans that you wanted, new visions that you had, they're not exactly panning out. I mean, like I said, this is either happening in 2 days, 2 months, could be the whole 3 months. But where you are in 3 months from now, you're going to realize that something you were trying to plan or get off the ground didn't exactly pan out the way that you were hoping or that you had in mind. Something is not going according to plan. Okay, but not all is lost here, all right? It was a bad, what I like to call harvest season, okay? You know, you might have put in time and effort into something that wasn't really worth it in the end or didn't really benefit you in any kind of way. You know, there's some kind of lack of equal give and take here. There's a saying, you get what you give, but in this particular situation, that does not look like that is the situation at hand. It looks like you were giving to a situation, you almost had a feeling, or they had a feeling, that was not going to be especially beneficial. But somebody here was codependent. You know, somebody here was depending on this to work, was very passionately wanting something to work that was not working anymore or is not working, okay? And you're going to go back to the drawing board. And this is when a new plan is restarted. I see you knowing that, all right, I need new goals. I need to restart the board again, okay? And maybe you will learn your lessons this time. Maybe you will take the advice. Maybe you will turn things around. Maybe you will find your passions again in life. Maybe you will really think about what you wanted without people in your, like, take all the love out of your life. Besides love, what life did you want? What are you doing to make that happen? Have you even made a phone call to go towards that goal? Have you even inquired about it? Done any research about it? Talked to anyone about it? You know, I feel like this is going to come after, you know, the outcome of the Hermit, because this is Hermit in reverse. So I feel like this realization and these things happen after going inside and having that introspect time. All right, guys. Well, that is what I have for you guys. Oh, and it's possibly a new love is coming on the way, too, with the Knight of Cups. So this is either, maybe we'll see this in next reading. This is either a ex coming back, or this is you pursuing someone new, or someone new coming into your life. I guess time could only tell. I don't do extended readings as of right now, guys. I gotta get caught up again with all signs. But, guys, make sure, so if you guys could, I know you guys don't like to be pressured about giving the videos a like, but because I'm back and I was gone for my health issues, a lot of my subscribers and people who have been inquiring and wanting to know if I'm back, to get the word out, if you guys could like the video, because I know a lot of people are not going to be able to, they're not going to know. YouTube, like, doesn't give a shit about people like me who just disappear, okay? They don't care about your health issues. They will literally hide your video from everyone. So, if you guys could give that a like, I would really appreciate that. And then I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye.